Good morning. Welcome to Boston and the 2015 CII Annual Conference. And now please welcome your conference chair from Victaulic, Daniel Christian.
Good morning. I hope everyone enjoyed last night. Welcome to Boston. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with you in one of the oldest and most revolutionary cities in the U.S. As this year's CII Conference chairperson, I assure you that over the next few days, CII has developed a compelling program of new research, fresh case studies, and dynamic guest speakers. Your safety is our priority. The hotel is staffed with emergency responders 24 hours a day. Defibrillators are strategically placed on every floor, including the CII registration desk. The CII staff is also connected by radio, and several are CPR certified. The medical emergency lifeline is extension 6666. I'll repeat that, 6666. There are no planned drills, so if you hear a fire alarm during the conference, please exit through any of the doors at the rear of the ballroom. Use the escalators and stairs to go up to the main lobby and exit through the front of the hotel. It is fitting that the CII annual theme this year is Leading the Performance Revolution. As I stand here with you in this great city, I think of the beginnings of our country in 1776 and the political revolution that made it possible. Being here at this conference, I also naturally think of the revolutionary milestones in the history of American construction since the late 18th century. Let's take a quick look at some of the most impressive of these achievements. The Washington Monument. The Washington Monument was built in two phases between 1848 and 1884. Once completed, it was the world's tallest structure for 5 years until it was eclipsed by the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Today, the monument remains the world's tallest freestanding stone structure. The building recently reopened to the public after it underwent a restoration of 150 cracks in the tower structure following the August 2011 earthquake along the East Coast. Thanks in part to years of research, today's engineers and building designers understand the allowances for seismic movement and sway. Appropriate modifications have been made to help successfully deliver architectural marvels that beautify our landscapes while efficiently mitigating sway. This is important as it recedes structural fatigue over time. You may not have known, but one of the earliest applications of tuned mass dampers, a device mounted in structures to reduce the amplitude of mechanical vibrations, damage, or outright structural failure, was right here in Boston. In 1975, 2 dampers were added to the 60-story John Hancock Tower to reduce the response to wind gust loading. The success of the dampers paved the way for other construction megaprojects like the Burj Khalifa, the Shanghai Tower, and the Petronas Towers. The Golden Gate Bridge. Completed in 1937, the suspension bridge is a triumph in just about every way. With its 2-mile span, 750-foot towers, it's both beautiful and durable and was built to withstand winds of more than 100 miles an hour and was undamaged by the 1989 6.9 magnitude La Palma Prieta earthquake. Additionally, the bridge had an impressive safety record. In the 1930s, a rule of thumb on high steel bridge construction projects was to expect 1 fatality for every $1 million in cost. By those standards, the construction safety record for the $35 million Golden Gate Bridge was impressive. Only 11 construction workers died. By contrast, 28 laborers died building the neighboring San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge, which opened 6 months prior. Joseph Strauss made safety a high priority on treacherous projects. The chief engineer made the construction site the first in America to require workers to wear hard hats, and he spent $130,000 on an innovative safety net that was suspended under the bridge. The net saved the lives of 19 workers who called themselves the Halfway to Hell Club. 10 of the 11 fatalities occurred in a single accident on February 17, 1937, when a 5-ton work platform broke apart from the bridge and fell through the safety net. With the support of CII's continued commitment to job site safety and an initiative that began in 1989, today's standards have improved measurably. CII continues its safety revolution. Later this morning, we will see the aggregated results from the 2015 CII Safety Survey. In fact, in 2014, CII companies contributed safety records for over 2.8 billion work hours. This year, CII hopes to surpass the 2014 tables. The Big Dig. It may not be an impressive landmark, but Boston's Big Dig ranks among the 10 top most impressive mega projects in modern construction. The inflated adjusted cost of this project equates to $23.1 billion. The Central Artery Tunnel project, nicknamed the Big Dig, rerouted Interstate 90, the chief highway, through the heart of the city. It had been planned and approved in the 1980s and was completed 10 years later. The Big Dig untangled traffic, and the result was a 62% reduction in vehicle hours of travel on I-93, allowing Bostonians to get to work, home, school, and social activities faster and more efficiently than ever. This large-scale infrastructure success is inspiring other traffic improvements, revolutionizing the way we move across the nation. Construction projects large and small, from hospitals to schools to simple home improvements, are spiraling out of control. That's why we're extremely excited to have Barry LaPlatner, author of Broken Buildings, Busted Bridges, How to Fix America's trillion-dollar construction industry, with us this morning. Barry has pinpointed issues that underline the industry's woes, including poor management, ineffective supervision, and insufficient investments in technology, by providing practical tips for owners, such as advice on precise language to use during contract negotiations. The book will have an enormous interest to owners, architects, engineers, contractors, developers, as well as policymakers and public officials. From yesterday's Washington Monument, Golden Gate Bridge, and the Big Dig to tomorrow's construction phenomenon, CII's emerging research on sustainability, productivity, and safety promises new horizons for the next 200 years. I am confident over the next few days that your intellect will be spurred and inspired as CII showcases the industry's most dynamic leaders, as well as groundbreaking research to help you drive performance to new levels.